Pop out chat, puts it over there. Move that over there. Ooh, can I make it bigger? I guess if I play with it. Tim, Jeff, Jason, good to see you again. Steve, that's all, everybody. Perfect. I bet you everybody else is watching Mr. Guns and Gears video on pistol break. All right. So tonight's Tuesday night live stream brought to you by Rat Guy Brewing Company, makers of this fine cherry pie cream ale at 5% alcohol content. Uncle Guns, hello, sir. Adam Hall, Joe Pastilli, Jason McConnell, my favorite peoples. And thank you for the kind words on the hoodie. I sat patiently on my porch waiting for the UPS person to show up to deliver this awesomeness. Iroquois Foreskin, hello, hello. All right. No text message from Fiore. That's fine. I'll get one sooner or later. Dustin, hello, sir. All good people here on the live stream this evening. So today I decided I wasn't going to bother with following the YouTube rules and live streams and displaying of certain items that they don't like. So that is my Midwest Industries lightweight gun. The Scott with one T. T, hello, sir. All right. I got a list. And it's even got a couple notes on the back, but either way, we'll get all that stuff talked about. Things to chitty chat with. Yes, I'm scofflawing and I'm the rebel. Speaking of scofflaw, I don't see Javier in here, but his scofflaw shirt has shipped to me, and so has TJ's shirt. So they are in somewhere in between North Carolina and here. Good stuff, good stuff. All right. I got to figure out if it's possible, and I know some places do this, what it takes to live stream like on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram all at the same time. And then there's those video game ones. This Twitch video game or Discord. Like, I don't know. You can have one display, you just can't touch them. Yeah, and I'm worried that the program I need, TJ, is going to be like a subscription thing, and I'm not interested in subscribing and shit. Facebook's, I used to do Facebook live streams, but the fucking video quality, it sucks, and Facebook isn't really a live streaming video platform. They just add that on. So, I mean, I have multiple cameras. I don't know how I go about making them all broadcasting, but I got a couple GoPros and a couple replays and my Canon camcorder that I'm using right now. And my DSLR is behind it, and that's what I do my regular YouTube videos with. So I just don't know, like Twitch and Discord, I don't know how they work, so I never bothered. I know they're big on doing video game stuff, or one of them is, or both of them are. So, but Crystal, hello. Glad to see that you could join us. Either way, at some point, it might be something that I look into is live streaming across multiple things, because there are people that only remember when it pops up in their Facebook feed, and it's just that usually when I'm on Facebook, everybody complains about the video quality, so I don't bother with it. All right, I have to say, it is not cold enough in this room to be wearing a hoodie, So you might see sweat coming down at some point. One carrier per stream. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Jason. I know, I remember seeing something some time ago. Bryant Stevens, hello, sir, about there was like a service you could, I think it was subscription, and came with software and stuff so that you would video yourself and it would send it to this service, and then you could link all your different accounts and it would do them all at the same time. And I know, like, I watched 10th Amendment Center live streams, and they do a couple different platforms at once too. So I assumed, rather than having, a body of fucking cameras in front of them, that they probably had one central resource, but I don't know if there's something free that would do that. And I'm big about free. I don't know if you all realize this, but doing a live stream pays nothing. So, I mean, I do get free beer. That is my sponsorship agreement with the great Rock God Brewing Company. I drink their beer and I mention it. And so that sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. I'm probably ripping them off. Shh, don't tell them. Crystal, I knew you would appreciate the hoodie. Just came today. Yeah, pay money. They do it for me. I just have to make live streams. I have to charge for them. And like, ain't fuckers stupid enough to pay this. Oh, that's true. The love and adoration. It's pretty valuable. So, did we mention tonight's sponsor? Rock God Brewing Company, just like 6 times. My list. Let's get to the list. Toilet wine. I don't know if that's like a euphemism for the runs or. And actually, I saw a video once that a young person did a enema full of box wine to get drunk, and I mean, it ended up in a toilet. That's like toilet wine. That's disgusting. I can't believe you got me going down that path. Anyway. Prison booze. Now I'm tracking. Steve says he's drinking his last cherry pie. This is also my last cherry pie. The good news for me is that, like, 9 miles that direction, I can go get some more. Brittany, it's okay. We haven't talked about much yet. So, things coming up. Let's talk about stuff. What stuff do we got to talk about? Well, you know what? I was going to talk about my awesome Green Force tactical flashlight clip, and it's in my pants pocket downstairs in my office. So we can talk about it. I didn't show it to you. So it's a titanium pocket clip that goes between the screw-on tail cap and the body, that it prevents the tail cap from turning on far enough to turn the light constant on, which is great because, like, a fighting light isn't meant to be used that way. And carries the light bezel down like fucking flashlights should be carried. So they're not, every time you bend your leg, going off in your face. But anywho, and you have the strongest clip in the world. So the Green Force clip is the way to go. It's super robust, super low profile, fits on there really solid. My connection is unstable. I don't even know what that means. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Oh, it says it's reconnected. So I don't know if you guys lost me for a bit. I had a little memo pop up. But anyway, The clip is awesome, and you should all buy like 20 some bucks. There's a link on Amazon to get it, or you can buy it straight from Green Force. I bought mine on Amazon. Not like anything that says money to Christian, because I've done that before. But Carson Baldry did a video on the clip, and he put a link. I assume it was an Amazon Associates link where he gets a tiny little percentage. So I bought it from him as a way to give him, his tiny little cut as a thank you for making the video, because it was a good video. He described it well. So if you guys don't subscribe to Carson, you should. I buffered. All right, I'm glad that I'm back. I'm glad it told me so I could stop talking. I mean, I still talked. I just didn't talk about anything important. And then again, some people would say I never talk about anything important. Got a pencil here. I can cross off my flashlight clip. Sorry, I didn't bring it with me. I did put a picture on Instagram. So if you want to see what it looks like, you can go there. It is pretty awesome. And if you have a tactician, you should get one. I really like the tactician, other than the fucking retarded pocket clip it comes with. So this is a fix that. So I think it says 20 some dollars, 25, 24, 22, something like that. I don't remember. Under 30 bucks. Added on to whatever the cost of a light is. And I don't know, because I didn't pay for mine. I know you're all shocked. All right. So gear wise. Oh, this rifle back here, the one I like to call Horus, has the new Midwest Industries drop-in single stage curved trigger in it. Says that it's 3.5 pounds. I ain't got no way to measure it. I borrowed a trigger pull gauge for a couple of those pistol videos, but back to the dude I borrowed it from, and I don't fucking need to own one, so I can't tell you if it's actually 3.5 pounds, but it feels really light. It has a little and about the same reset as the Elfman. They feel about the same. But they did a great job on the shape of the trigger. So like it's, got curved, but it's rounded in the face. So it's not just like flat and curved, like this. It's rounded and curved. Very nice feeling. As much as I know. I just did a function check, and that's as much as I know that the safety works and it resets and all that kind of stuff. I haven't shot it since I put the trigger in it, but that rifle back there is sporting it now. Just tuned in. Did I miss it? I just got a message that like someone is tuned in and thinks they missed it. I don't understand. I was going to tell them no. Crystal, this sounds like a job for you. Can you let Tim Nudd know that he didn't miss it? It's still happening. Wishes they still had the Zulu Foxtrot light. I just had mine in my hand like a couple hours ago. I guess it was downstairs, and if I still texting, what are you all people all doing? Oh, he wants to know what he's going to be jealous of. It's the fucking hoodie, dude. The hoodie. Anyway, geez, he's an idiot. I don't know why they're texting me. Anyhow, or Zulu Foxlight. The clip on that also is the biggest problem. So I wish that there was a different clip available for that. However, Trevor seemed to have dropped off the face of the planet, and I have no idea what he is up to. I think my last message to him has been read for a year, something like that. So I don't know. I really like Trevor's light too. It's still my still a light I use frequently. As far as the tailgater, great product. I know the fellow that came up with the idea. He's a good looking dude, owns a tiger stripe hoodie. Blah, blah. I did not know that Trevor, I assumed he closed up shop, but because I haven't heard from him, I didn't know he was people things. That's a shame. I had some good conversations with Trevor about light stuff. Like what I looked for in a light and ways that could be engineered. And there was good conversations. That's a shame. Zach Bush is in the house. I have news for Zach Bush. My wife is going to take a definitive pistol when you come back to Pennsylvania in June. So the lovely Mrs. Marr will be taking your pistol class. Yay. Brittany wants to know about her MP having a slide stop issue. And I can tell you that I looked at it on my desk, and that's as far as I got. I've had a bunch of other things occupy my time since the last time I saw you, and I just haven't got to it. You're not signed up for Team Dynamics, are you? If so, it'll be there in my hand. But if not, I'll have it squared away before the end of this week, whatever the problem is. Like I'll put a whole new slide stop in it if I have to. I might have to put parts in it though. Like I'll give you a bill or not. So flashlight clip, that was where I was at. Oh, and the trigger. Horace has a new trigger, new fun switch. I guess that makes Horace one of the parts of the Taurus. Anyway, so I only have one class left this year, and it is a rifle class, Team Dynamics. We'll probably do a warm-up drill of pairs and then go right into 4-person and bigger groups of drills. And if somebody wants to use that rifle in that class, it will be there available for you. So you can just pick it up, carry it over to the berm and load it up, because it's going to be like that. I'm not giving you ammo. You can put your own in it. For the day, I'll put mine back in it. But if you want to use it at class, it'll be there. If you just want to use it like it's a study group, or you'd like to check out the trigger and we might see each other, just say the word and I'll hook you up and you can try out that new trigger. EJ, all yours. Check out. Good call, Crystal. Crystal's checking to see if Brittany's got a pistol to hold her over until she gets one from me back. And I was pretty sure she said she did, or I'd have handed her one of mine to use until that point. All right. Where were we? Yep. I'm catching back up. All right, so the trigger, you can borrow the gun at Team Dynamics, last class of the year. I guess that's back of the list. I'll go ahead and mention it too. It sold out, and I did some reconfiguring of things and going to do some relays of teams so that I could add more people. So I did squeeze a couple more slots in if you want it. If not, that's fine, because the way the class was really originally set up with a maximum of 10, it sold out. So it is currently at 12, but if more people wanted it in, I'd make that work too. Yeah, just in the warmer weather, because I don't want to go there in the winter. So I also still have the Gal 5 Midwest Industries rifle with the Elfman trigger in it. If anybody wants to check that out, I will bring it as well. I have it broken down in this really cool gray ghost gear, like takedown rifle bag. It's pretty neat, and I can just throw that bag in the truck for if somebody wants to try that trigger out too. I still haven't adjusted it. It's super adjustable. I just left it however it came, and it's good. But both of those will be available at study groups and the last class of the year. I mean, I guess there's the free training day on the 25th of Christmas. 25th of Christmas, 25th of December, the free Yule training. I can bring that there too. All right, so let's see what else on my list. Speaking of study groups, because I mentioned that, we have the next one coming up isn't until the end of November, like the 21st, I believe. If you are an alumni over on the alumni Facebook group, I made an event right before I walked upstairs to get online, and it will be land navigation in the dark. It'll still be in the same place as the last one. It'll just be dark. You will not need night vision, although if you have it, bring it. That's fine. If you have the clip-on compass that goes onto a PVS 14, absolutely bring that, because I'd like to see it. They're expensive enough. I'm not going to buy one until I've seen it in my hands. But if you have a flashlight and a compass, you've got everything you need. If you don't have either or both of those things, say something. We might build up a couple loaners. Well, TJ, you can come down for the night land nav. Once you do it in the dark, the daytime will seem real easy. Just saying. And I got a couch. Mike's got a couch. So that's all doable. I actually moved that study group so Mike could come to it. But that is coming up on the 21st, I want to say. So if you're an alum, you're welcome. Or if somebody that comes to study groups wants to invite you, you're also welcome. That'll be pretty cool. Everybody needs to have a infrared chem light or an infrared strobe light. Chem lights are like a little under $4 each for an IR chem light. And we could probably scrounge up a few if you can't get any. And, $4 you can buy one from one of us. Or if you want an infrared strobe light, they're like $30 and up. But that is so that if you get lost, or how I mentioned it the other day, locating you, because you'll be glowing for them. So there's that. Yeah, I do not have the list in front of me on this computer where I can see who's coming to that. I just know there are people coming. Some awesome folks. If you're coming to Team Dynamics, there will be some radio use like there was in Day 3 vehicle. If you have your own radio and like on your rig and shit, you probably want to bring it. I will send out what frequency we're going to use for class a week or so before class starts. Link to a good IR strobe. We own the Knight makes an IR strobe that literally clips around a 123 battery. They also make one that clips on the top of a 9-volt. It's like $30. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it is the cheapest way to get into an IR strobe light. Mike did make it. He said he wasn't going to, so I sent him a picture of the hoodie. Yes, there are radios in Day 3 vehicle. Crystal's going to send you the link, Tim. She can't post it online because it only lets like the host post links apparently. And I'm not going to go fumble through the interwebs to try and find the link at the moment while I'm trying to live stream. I already forgot the stupid flashlight clip. Next weekend, I should probably tell Gary because he's free and wants to do this. I think Jason's watching. We are going to finally do the shooting of the solid copper shootout. You guys see a picture for 40 rounds of different brands of 115 grain solid copper bullets. I was supposed to get some rip rounds, Luke, but they haven't got here yet. If they come before Sunday, we'll get those too, even though they're not 115 grain. It's really just the only other all some copper around that I can find that I don't have. I do have a 135 in here too, which is the subsonic Defiant. So there's a ton of solid copper, but no rip rounds unless they show up before Sunday. But we're getting to those this weekend. Sunday we're shooting it. I just spent a couple of days cutting up fucking pieces of clear ballistic gelatin to melt it in larger blocks of more gelatin. In fact, I think there's still one in the mold in the oven. Jen, if you're watching this, could you go out to the kitchen and see if I left that gel in the mold in the oven? If so, you can take it out. Thanks, babe. He might be busy on a skateboard. He showed me a picture. Said, "Look, I got your bullets. I'm gonna mail them out." And I assumed it would shoot really smooth. Gary's coming down with me. Garry Ernest, co-owner, God brought me, and he's gonna bring a suppressed pistol of some type so that we can also shoot some through a suppressor and see how quiet it is. I don't own a 9mm suppressor, so or that I can put a 9mm suppressor on. So we'll get to feel how soft it shoots, see what it does to the gelatin, and see how quiet it is. The shootout is happening this Sunday. What happens then? What we got? Monday, we got some land nav stuff and a smaller privateer group. And then Tuesday's a big election. Hey, Garry, I was just talking about you. Sunday, we're good for the gel shoot. By the way, I know last time we talked, you said you were good. So let's make that happen. And bring a suppressed 9mm so we can shoot that too. I'll have all the video shit and all the gel ready. Your only job is a suppressed 9mm. Uh-oh, Wuhan. So yeah, we got a big election coming up that Tuesday. And that's not so concerned about the election. All the politicians that run for office suck. It's kind of like a rule. If you're running for office, you suck. If you want that position, you're not a good human being. However, I'm much more concerned with the way the public is going to act about the post-election results. That seems to be more of a concern for me. And so expect things to get chaotic in the weeks after the election. If you live somewhere where there's a large population base. Like in my hometown, I don't think there's going to be an issue. But if you live in a large metropolitan area, there's probably going to be issues, and they're not going to be awesome. So be alert, my friends. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't wander around with your head in your phone. Election was on my list. See how I'm like segueing right into everything? Man, I really don't plan that out. Just while I'm talking, like, ooh, I have another subject I'm talking about, and it's on my list. There's already some riots going on in my wonderful home state, down in the southeast corner in Philadelphia, or Flatlandadelphia, as we call it, because that whole corner is flat and it is like one large metropolitan area for about 100 miles. But there are riots going on now from a police shooting earlier yesterday. I haven't seen the body cam footage, but it appears to be a lot like the Lancaster deal. Dude with a knife charged some cops, got shot, and that's a reason to riot, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want people to riot on your behalf, now all you have to do is grab a knife and run at some cops, and you can get a riot named after you too. Ooh, the neighbor have a dog that's barking. But apparently our National Guard is heading down there, which is kind of strange for me because I'm pretty sure our governor wants there to be riots in this state of Pennsylvania. Our governor's a worthless piece of shit and cannot get pancreatic cancer soon enough. But he pretty sure wants there to be a lot of violence in our state. So I'm curious as to why he sent in the National Guard. That's to provoke more rioting, in which case then it makes a lot of sense. But like, if he wants violence, like there's nothing more violent than the Bud Dwyer challenge. I don't know why he doesn't take it. I'm waiting, Mr. Wolf. I'm waiting for you to take the Bud Dwyer challenge. John Wilburn, hello, sir. Yes, Mr. Pliskin, ours is about as bad as Michigan's. Amazingly, both states are full of a lot of people that have nothing or nothing like their governors, yet somehow the governors got voted in. There's a reason to look into that. Nick or Strobe will do a comparison. Yeah, we absolutely can do a comparison. I know I got an MS 2000, so it's like old as balls, but I think a couple of people have some different ones, and I think George has one, surprisingly, that's $1 bazillion. So we'll test that out too. So Jason asks, carries a long gun in the vehicle, say in the passenger floorboard. What do you do if you got to leave it in the vehicle? Now the question becomes, Jason, leave it in the vehicle for how long? So if you go into a movie theater, that's a problem. And it's a problem because when you pull into a movie theater parking lot, anybody watching says, that dude's gone 2 hours. Like, that vehicle is mine for the next 2 hours. So with it 2 hours, I don't care what you do with it. I can take your shit out of your truck in 2 hours. It is like here in my podunk hometown, you could probably leave it on the dash with the truck running and the windows down and be fine. Not that I would ever recommend that. But like if I'm getting out to pump gas and if I have to walk in and pay for it, I lock the truck and throw a hoodie over top of the rifle so that you can't even see it through the window. Like you got to break in order to even find it. And you won't have time to do that. I have to pay because the card reader's down. If I have to go to the grocery store, I don't. Like if the rifle's in the car and I need to go buy a bunch of groceries, I will, like me and the rifle are in the car, me and the rifle will go home and I will drop the rifle off so I can go without a rifle if I'm going to spend a lot of time out of the vehicle. You can lock it to something. However, nothing's going to, it's going to delay them a few minutes at most. It's not going to keep them from getting it. So, if you lock an AR, take the magazine out, run the cable lock through the mag well, not the ejection port, like where the seat's bolted to the floorboards. If it's an AK, you can run it right through the trigger guard. Colt, you didn't miss a whole lot, just half of my list, but you did get to see this awesome hoodie. 5 counties in Virginia got its governor, 7 in PA. That's why I said the governor doesn't represent him. Like he does not, he only cares about the 7. I knew it was single digit number of states would elect him. So it takes our counties. It takes like 40 counties to counter those 7. So like it happens on occasion, but it takes all the rest of the counties to throw their power behind one candidate in order to not let those 7 counties get our governor. But anyhow, we're talking about governors. Is that what we're talking about? Philly riots. We were talking about that. 8:40. Holy fuck. I might just finish this list just at the end of this. Because the other 2 things are actually, one of them's big. And interesting when it happened to me starting yesterday. So everybody's aware that on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, you can buy inline oil filters. or fuel filters. Yeah, I guess they're fuel filters. They're really just like 90% of a suppressor. And like there's horrible stories like the one in New Jersey that a dude ordered it apparently as a fuel filter, realized it wasn't one. So he said, dude, that's a silencer just without the hole drilled in the middle. So he turned it into the police. And when he was there, they said, you did the right thing. And he goes, I ordered two, but the other one didn't even show up yet. But I'm going to go home and cancel it. So he went home and stopped payment and canceled the order with the Chinese company like Wish or whoever. And when it showed up, he was like, I canceled it. Why did it even show up? So he took the box, didn't even open it, put it in a car and left to go drive it to the police station too and tell him, look, the other one showed up. And instead the feds were there and arrested him because essentially it was this thing. So anyway, beyond that, in the last few days, I have opened Facebook up and there was a sponsored ad for inline fuel filters. And I'm like, oh, scroll right on past it. And what's next? A sponsored ad for inline fuel filters. All right, next comment thing, picture, post, hot chicks of Star Wars or whatever, and a sponsored ad for inline fuel filters. So I'm seeing in 15 minutes on Facebook, 7 to 10 ads for inline fuel filters. Every single one of them, seller is the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Like every single one of them is straight up a sting operation. There's no company in Japan or in China that's selling these filters that, are kind of silencers, but trying to skirt the law. It's straight up government entrapment. Absolutely not a single one of those ads is from a company that manufactures. They're all taxpayer dollars bought those ads in order to arrest people. And like what I don't understand is they don't even do a good job at they're targeting me. I wouldn't have done that once or twice if I could just fucking buy a fuel filter or intended to buy a fuel filter. Fucking retards. Makes you wonder how these people even get a job. I thought there was like a college education requirement to get like an agent position at the federal government. And they're retarded, like straight up retarded. If you buy one of those, you're fucking retarded too. Because you're literally buying most of a silencer from a government agency trying to arrest you for buying most of a silencer. I don't know if Costa did a video on those or not. I really don't know. However, speaking of Costa, I do know that Zach Bush, who has been in here in the comments, in his live stream, he is going to do an after action report of his 3-day Costa pistol class that he just took. He had like a big tour where, not Costa, Zach did, where he took a bunch of classes and taught some classes, and Costa was the crown jewel at the end of all that. And he has a live stream coming up. I want to say it's tomorrow, where he will AR the Costa class. So I intend to tune into that because I think Chris is a funny motherfucker, and I'm interested. I respect Zach's opinion on training, so I'd like to hear Zach's opinion on Chris's class. Chris taught a couple of classes down in Tennessee, but he did it after I left, so I didn't get a chance to get in on any of those. I mean, yeah, you could form one. It's probably the easiest way to form a can, like if you don't have a lot of machining skills. But I assume that it'd be good for like 22 or maybe 17 HMR, but not like anything you'd want to use. I mean, I doubt if you put like a 1/4-inch hole through all those, you could put it on the end of an AR and not have it explode. There we go. I knew Crystal would be on top of it with the information that we needed. Definitive Training Solutions, a live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I assume that's on the Facebooks because that's where Zach likes to do it. And I saw that Crystal's doing a live stream with Shield Solutions on Thursday. I also assume that that is on the Facebooks. TJ, the channel's Definitive Training Solutions. It's on this Facebook page, not on the YouTubes. So for those of you who like to listen to people talk, that's where I will be. I have things to do both tomorrow and Thursday, but I should be back home before that. Yes, a Form 1 is where you create a short barrel rifle. A Form 4 was where you transfer or can or whatever. I did that for my SBR. It started as a rifle lower and I SBR because it was just a lower. Didn't have any other. I'd never put any parts on it. Awesome. Crystal's going to hook TJ up. Speaking of pistols, there's some bullshit happening with some pistol braces. Hey, look, they just Mr. Foreskin just asked about it. So pistol braces are squarely in the sights of the current ATF bureaucracy. They have decided that they don't like them and they should go away. Just arbitrary. We don't like them. There's no foundation in the rule of law. We just decided, fuck it. We will use our self-appointed power to regulate these. Even though the law specifically says that, you know, like we're part of the executive branch, so we're just going to legislate and see if we get away with it. And up to them and tell them they can't. Oh, it says I'm disconnected. Oh, it says I'm connected again. So since they decided they could legislate and get away with it, they decided to do it some more. Nobody would fight them on the bump stocks, so they decided they're going for the next stocks, which are pistol braces. And then they'll go for folding stocks, and then they'll go for collapsible stocks, and then they'll go for fixed stocks until everything has become completely outlawed. However, interesting point. There is absolutely no difference than them targeting pistol braces than them targeting bump stocks of 2 years ago. So one can only surmise from all the available information that the National Rifle Association completely supports the banning of pistol braces. Like the literal words were, we support the executive branch, appointed bureaucrats within the executive branch, creating their own legislation and enforcing it under the threat of violence. We as the NRA support that. So that's what's happening now. Same exact thing. They can't bullshit their way around saying that it's something different this time. It is exactly that. They support appointed bureaucrats in the executive branch creating legislation. So the NRA is supporting 100% this ban on pistol braces. So if you're an NRA member, that's what you're paying for, them to support making you a criminal. So anyhow, that's my bitch about NRA. They could have put their fucking weight in this some time ago and chose not to. I also suspect that part of the reason that this is happening right now at this very moment is that pistol braces are really popular and really popular amongst gun owners that vote for Trump. And it's no secret that the people in charge of the ATF fucking hate our president. So their way of turning his ultra supportive base, which I'm not even sure why they're ultra supportive, but man, the NRA members love Donald Trump. So this is their way of trying to turn them. It's probably the reason the timing of this happened right now. So they're willing to fuck us. The NRA is supporting that, and they chose to do it now in order to affect an election. That's my take on it. However, I would like to look at the silver lining here. If the ATF says pistol braces are now an NFA item and you can't have them, that essentially means the entire Americans with Disabilities Act is null in order to be able to exercise their rights. And if that becomes illegal, that means the whole thing is illegal. Like no, you don't need like wheelchair ramps or like the bars around the toilet in public restrooms, because the ATF has declared the Americans with Disabilities Act to be null and void in its quest to legislate Americans out of their rights. So, I mean, there is that. You'll save some money on fuck the handicap ramps. And, if they got a problem with that, they can go talk to the ATF and look, they said I got to have a tax stamp for a handicap ramp. So they're illegal. Can't own one. Sorry. Interesting point, Scott. So the AOW, a $5 tax stamp. Here's the only problem. You can't have the gun while you're waiting on the AOW. So you're going to have to take it to a SOT and leave it there while you're waiting on your stamp, which if there's a Biden win in a week, while it's sitting there, they'll ban it and then just make the SOT turn it in. So you'll lose it. I mean, maybe they'll give you your $5 back. No. So they'll be gone. But it's only bump stocks, as Dustin put out. You only bump stocks. Those things are stupid. Uncle Guns, that's awesome. I also take people who don't. I mean, I don't necessarily prereqs I have for like the day 3 classes, and it turns out the first 2 days of my 3-day classes are the prereq for day 3. So, don't be too scared. You can come on over. I got space for you. So that's my thought on pistol braces, the NRA supporting it, and no more handicap ramps. Because apparently it'll be against the law. You'll need a tax stamp and a background check in order to have a handicap ramp or one of the handrails around the toilet. ATF says ADA, null and void. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh, we did get a new Supreme Court justice. She's probably terrible. It's not as terrible as the rest of them. Because like a good human being wouldn't want that position. You should want to see me and Sunny. I have openings at Sunny's place in, when am I going there? March? There are still some openings. Not a ton, but some. I even have you can put a deposit down and just pay the rest off as you can. I'm down with that because I'm cool with that kind of stuff. I also barter. So like if you got something neat, like let's talk. I've traded for coolers, like Arctic or Eddie style coolers, chainsaws, LASIK or PRK eye surgery, traded for that. Big fan of bartering. So if you got something you think I might like, say the word. In fact, that I got some guns around here that were trades or uppers and parts and that kind of shit. So I'm always down for trading. So where were we? I'm a badass. This is my wrap up. We got 7 minutes left. I get a hoodie. You're all envious. Green Force Tactical Flashlight Clip. Buy one. Crystals on there with the dates and everything. I'm also doing the week after that Force on Force and Day 3 vehicle in Del Rio, Texas. So I'm staying in Texas for 2 weeks. So the Green Force Tactical Tactician Flashlight Clip out Sunday. We're finally getting around to shooting all these all copper bullets into some gelatin. So we're going to make a cool video. I'll live stream a little bit if I can while we're there, since I'm going to have a couple of people and then a range of students watch. So that should be all right. Dustin, I will send you the link to the hoodie. Tactical Distributors. As part of their 10-year anniversary coming out with Tiger Stripe products. I ordered it like 2 days ago and it's here. And it's your typical like fleece hoodie, not like you guys have seen my tiger stripe hoodie that's the quilted would-be material. This is just straight up hoodie material. So it's and it was like $40, so it's pretty all right price wise. It's, you know, hell, it has tiger stripe cuffs, like the stretchy cuffs are tiger stripe, and the hood, like I can go full tiger stripe ninja. It's pretty nice. We got an election coming up. Don't vote stupid. We got this guy back here available for borrowing anytime that you can find me. Has the new Midwest Industries trigger in it, which is super nice. I have the other Midwest Industries gun with the Elfman trigger in it, also available for borrowing. Study group 26 Land Nav in the Dark coming up. If you are an alum, if you're in my alumni group, because I have some special guests in there, you are welcome to come to it, and or you just need someone to vouch for you, and like, you know, that might be possible too. And the last class of the year, I opened up some extra slots for it. It's technically sold out, but it's the last one of the year, so we're gonna squeeze a couple extra dudes in it. Team dynamics in a couple of weeks, and like I said earlier, I like the barter, and there's a deposit system. So if you're short on guns, but you got some bullets, reach out and we'll work something out so that you can get some training. It is the last opportunity in 2020 to get some. That is my wrap up. Cleared the whole list twice. So what do we got? 4 minutes left. I have like 2 swigs of this beer. Ask away. Nothing. Polished off. All right. So, what shot timer? It's kind of like a shark tooth shaped. It has a pretty loud buzzer. That's my favorite part about it. It runs off 9-volt batteries. Not a huge fan of that because I wish everything ran off 123s, but I have 9 volts at the house here because this microphone also runs off 9 volts. So I keep spares handy. It was huge to get one that runs off 9 volts. Hate rechargeable batteries. I like disposables. So there's that. I don't know where that's going to fall. I mean, the good news is if you form one, you get rid of the fucking brace and put on a Magpul like CTR, which is the best stock on the planet. So there is that. You can get a way better shoulder to rifle interface if you form one it. So places it's easier, like Illinois. If you want to go to Illinois, you can take a pistol, but you can't take a short barrel rifle. So I can see where there are advantages of the pistol, legally speaking. But you can upgrade to stock if you SBR it. I've not heard anything about a mag ban. I don't know what Brittany is answering to Scott because I see message retracted. But Scott, like I've known you for a bit. Whatever we're doing, you'll do fine. And it's not solo. If you're talking about the land nav, it's like if you're, I don't know if I'm all about the compass and which way is north or whatever. It's cool. We're gonna have a whole group of people there. Like we'll just split up in the way that we want. And this time I'm gonna go out and with some people instead of like staying in like a central control spot. Because we'll have radios on and phones, and we won't lose anyone. The points aren't going to be as far out as they were last time. So there's that. Oh, Biden's side's got a ton of fucking shit on it. That, like, I don't count that for anything, though. He's pandering to his base. And really, let's be honest, it's going to be a Harris. If he wins, Harris will be the president before it gets warm again. There's that. Oh, Crystal doesn't want to go into the Satanic Grotto alone at night. That place looks amazing. I will go in there. I'm definitely going in there, but I would do it alone, just especially like if you got night vision, because then you own the night. The Satanists will be dancing around their fire naked or whatever it is that pagans do. And like I'll be able to see them in the dark. So there's that. All right, look, I got 9 o'clock. You guys have been great. I'm gonna go downstairs and go to bed because I'm old. It's 9 o'clock. I probably won't go to bed yet, but you get the idea. I gotta be up early anyhow. The furnace guy is coming tomorrow to do our annual cleaning, so I gotta be up for him. And so you guys are great, but I got other shit to do. I will see you all next Tuesday. There might be a live stream. There might not be a live stream. Current events will dictate that, not me. So y'all go do your thing. And I will see you maybe next week. Some of you I will see maybe before that. And some I'll see at Team Dynamics. So with that, you all take it easy. And I'm checking out.